Check it. 220. Wide wicket.
Nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
La música de Harry Fraud.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. Bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Don't forget, work on installing your game plan prior to this week's matchup.
Extorting. You ain't got no friends. Oh, they'll be wear that like a Chanel scarf like rainbow. $1,000. This ain't your cloth. You ain't. That ain't no sauce. I can see the noodles made for poodles. I'm thinking about the LaFerrari coupe. 1.8, the option is the roof. Greens is a secret to the youth. Your goals are malnourished. Peace spit the juice. Y'all be vaping, I be maiden. Yes, y'all be aping. I'm Richard Mill Nation. No diamonds, just tourbillon facing with gears and sprockets with the sapphire casing.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Here's a little story about a kid from Morocco. Had to show Carlito I was Benny Blanco. Check it out. Raindrop, offset, plug, we the outlet. Shot put me in the box, I'm in the box off. All the face shorty, socks off. Nat Miller, Reggie Miller, the killer, Canary, Dax Stiller, White Villa, Fresh vanilla, garage like a kill him soft. Lauren Hiller, get up. Crib Calabasas on the hill. I had him morning plate. Beatles on the red carpet. Alcatraz bars, crash cars, ain't no future in front. My homies rip your mask off.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second.
I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win. Check. Gonna. Win it, we gonna. Gonna. Tell they like my persona. Gonna. Remember them fast and honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Now we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Glow up. Boy, don't touch. We glow up. Yeah. I'm laughing to the bank. All new blue Benny Franks. Pulled up on him in the tank. Yeah, that guy just a rap guy. I'm so mad, fly in, he ain't. Let me back, tight gave me until I was going on. I'm Miami. They all cornballs. They can't stand me. I finesse. All them.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now. Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
I walk up in demons, spend 10K just like it's nothing. I hang with the demons, they don't play by me, we cut. I was coolin', Atlanta, mixed with the Fanta. All them, I got Santa, I go monkey, all that. Gonna do just what I say. Pull up, press the Uber in that race. She so bad, but she said. I feel guilty, I might as well just plead my case. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Yeah. They boys and they can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Remember them fast was honest. We used to try them hardest. Now we pull up in the fondest. Glow up. Walking. Show up. Baby, hold up. Glow up. Boy, don't touch. We flow. Glow up.
Well, it's official. You guys are moving after the season.
Broke, step back. Want your people swag. You ain't even gotta ask. What are those? What is that? Please don't touch my rap. Please don't touch my rap. I'm racked up like rappers. I'm wrapped up on camera. Get out on camera. Squeeze like asthma. It's rare wrath when I wear wrath. Bear wrath when I wear wrath. Might invest into some rap shit. Lord, still shit wrath. And I'm dripping on wrath. Don't be the tag. Do the digital dash. Yeah, I'm boasting, never brag. Please don't touch my rap. Or the Chris Van Nash. Alessandra Gucci glasses. The W Anderson collab. Yeah, you pop it like it. Yeah, you drop it on the. I'ma buy another. Cut boys bring it back. Yeah, you know how to make it laugh. Plus and keeping tabs. I'ma fly first class. Wave with him with the dad. Please don't touch my rap.
Don't step on my Russ Simmons. Don't step on my Russ Simmons. Don't step on my Russ Simmons. Do you know how much I'm spending? My closet, it worth about $1 million. To the little of the runway. Then the kitchen. Ralph Simmons. All kind of crazy colors. Living color. Left wrist, roll it butter. Ice. Mason Margiela, my sweater. Mama told me never settle. Ralph Simmons, don't lace him. Got you wanna date him.
Huh? What? Don't wanna talking about the paper. I swear to God, these be haters. They be hating, I feel out of. Live in cul-de-sac, don't get along. Ooh, right with my neighbors. Diamonds on my neck and roll it on. Now I later got underbid flavors.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Cap room is how much money. The closer your contract proposal is to the design.
Yeah. But you know that I'm gon' face it. Wait, that's the reason that they mad. Color Uzi, yeah, he made it. Yeah, I wear that rap for I made it. Yeah, I wear that rap for I made it. Yeah, got that rap all in my basement. Yeah, once I got patience. Yeah, I'm famous. Yeah, put my side aside Marc Jacob. Hey, making them plays with my label. I get it, I count it. 100 on my table.
Sterling silver laser. Rubies red, my skin too black to blush, too red to. Send it on the iPhone pages. The scene on the wizard up. Pockets full of mint leaves. Been smelling like it brushed teeth. Say cheese, see the porcelain. Water, see backwoods. Wrath dragging on the floor. In it. I'm torching the road in these Gucci flames. Stuck to the pavement, they glued. I'm 2.5 million in the venue.
Before we go any further, make sure to install your game plan for your upcoming matchup.
Flu. I cover my face and I'm a spring summer 2002. Yeah, please don't touch my ride. In the grass, Teddy with the Teddy. Quick with the hands ready. Please don't touch my ride. Shirt off, I'm Cam, ready. Let's start in memory. Please don't pop my tie.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Then boy dare try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Look, you're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Then boy dare try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Wanna come round there like a bad boy, do it. Want all the talking, go on and do it. Running through the party, bottle of rolls on my ear saying storms, don't do it. Double on my shoulder, I don't lack. Getting with the business, I don't scrap. Even when I'm bar, I'm so used to you ride, but there's no car and no match. What you talking about? Clown, stand down. Never
Get ahead on your preparations for this week's game by setting up your game plan.
Down, wait, I saw bare kicks, saw bare clothes. Said not that, I can't wear those. I don't like them, they're not my thing. They went silent, they're all weirdos. Like, yeah, Storm's gone clear. Never had a Tom Ford or a Montclair. Man, them I can't, but you see my Don there. Tell them don't do it, don't dare. Don't care who you know from my block. You're not Al Capone, they can take my car and my creps. I'll still do the road in my socks. Like, who's gonna stop me? You, him, little man. I got blue slims. Don't be an idiot, move smart. I've been killing it, new king. You weren't ready for my new stuff. You're a boy by yourself, go and group up. And when Crep went states for the BTs, I was covering Crep like a boot cut. If mad, it's a family thing, straight family thing. Dumb man, I broke no salary thing. Had a painting called Amy telling me to come round hers on a Valerie thing. Hashtag Murky Academy thing. You were like art and the gallery thing. Dumb boy there wanna chat about bars, wanna chat about. You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. How will this offense respond? Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity, 1st and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Rodgers now on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner.
He's got it at the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, his second touchdown. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Throwing is Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And right now they're saying, this is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 69 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now Rodgers. And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. He got 29 yards that time. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Brandon, some of those windows of total football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually. All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with a record. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it first and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. This offense has been humming right along. They've been scoring a lot of points here in the first half. We'll see if they can add more to their total. On first down, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Now the Packers get set to go. Here's Rodgers. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drop. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb. This offense has been humming right along. They've been scoring a lot of points here in the first half. We'll see if they can add more to their total. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Now Rodgers on first and 10. Looking deep for Adams. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead, not a whole lot. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there just before halftime. 71 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Rodgers throwing on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. I know when I joke about you guys skipping halftime, sometimes you get frustrated, but this is the Super Bowl. You got to watch the halftime show of the Super Bowl. All right, let's get you to the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Going back home, the Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions.
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father.
Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in the Guinness. The illest that did it. Get the cream look. Drop it in it. Give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. Squad, I'm it. 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 Squad. Square one, it's hard to square up. Everybody got cops come, mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party, I'm just pouring my. Don't give face step before, so I live it up. When the police come, better get them up. That's a floss track, better get them up. I'ma keep eating this a dinner rush. I'll let you finish up.
Flock of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your highness. I am the finest. You rappers, plus you a liar. Don't idolize and I don't admire. Been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's a certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's vows tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight. Then lose your mind. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Before this week's game, make sure to install your game plan.
I come here today to talk about how I feel, and I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and I don't like how we're treated, and just because of our color doesn't mean anything to me.
It's just the way I feel. Mine's been racing so long, yeah. It's just no way to deal with these problems alone. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my Lord. I'm thinking I'm hopeless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? Now everybody got problems, yeah, but waiting no one way to solve them. I really came up from the bottom, struggling my mama on the last dollar. Hustling, man, I've been putting in these hours. The government been trying to take it where it's ours. Really all about the money and the power. I just wanna see my people in power. Tell me how we gon' shape this vision. Complaining all day, but in the same condition. If you wanna make change, it's gon' take commitment. Some people enslaved by their religion can't emancipate the fundamental principles. What I see through optics transform the wisdom. Watch me use my prophets, get them on the list, and I've been on a mission. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my Lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me?
Hello, everybody.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. And they rattle off a big one. 49 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game,
the offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the...
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he cuts it right into space. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control him. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Montgomery. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. A nice carry. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it, and picked up the first down.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. And now back out comes the offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just
accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown! Ty Montgomery, 65 yards. And his guys get the... We pick it up 2nd quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. And here now the offense heading back out there. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On the toss, here's Williams. Some strong running at the 20. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And look at this, another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, just a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Montgomery. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
That one good for 10 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. He's to the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, that's tough right there. Asking your quarterback to get you 2 yards on a sneak. As it turns out, he gets them no yards instead.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, that's Montgomery. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. They won on 2 fronts there. so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense...
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That one good for 33 and a first. Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what will we do?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over.